welcome to this video. Woo! This is not about me getting job scammed again, thank God, but it is related to the job scam that happened to me back in 2023. So let's talk about that. Yes, that's right. It's been 1 whole year since I've been job scammed back in 2023. It's not been a full year since I talked about a job scam, but it's 1 year exactly when this video comes out that I actually found out it was a job scam. The reason why I wanted to make a 1 year, I guess, anniversary video of being job scammed or something like that is because I've actually learned some things from that job scam, and I really want to talk about that in this video. Again, I did not get job scammed again, and I'm really happy about that. I've been smart, with job searches and whatnot, and like I said, I learned some stuff, over this past year of, red flags and whatnot. So, for this video, I'm gonna, recap what I said in the last job scam video, and then we're gonna talk about the tips. I have, a lot of tips, but I don't want this video being, too long, so we're only gonna talk about 5 tips that I have learned since the job scam. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Early January 2023, I just graduated from college and I was completely done with school, so I thought it would be a good time to apply for jobs. I was going for editing jobs and camera jobs too, and funny enough, one of them was the camera job that I have now at Old Dominion. The application process was a little different at the time, so that's why I probably didn't get that early January, but that's not the only job I applied for. I actually applied to remote jobs on LinkedIn and Indeed, and there was this one job that I applied for on LinkedIn, and I thought that was the job that actually contacted me. But it turns out that that job and the I applied for were completely different. And I accepted the offer, and the employer gave me this questionnaire sheet, which should have been a red flag right then and there. But I thought it was normal because it was a remote job, and I think this person had a different time zone than me, so I thought it was normal for people with different time zones to do a survey sheet. So I did that survey sheet thinking it was my interview, and then I got the job, and during the onboard process, that's where things started to get not good for past Megan. Let's just say that. I was naive at the time, really happy, thinking, oh my god, I just got an editing job that's remote. But this person wanted to send me equipment, and I had to pay for the equipment myself, even though this person was sending me the equipment, which did not make sense. But past me was very naive and thought nothing of it, because it was my first remote job, and I didn't know what to expect. So then, after the interview process, I went through the onboarding process. There was some important paperwork that was missing, the I-9, W-4 or something like that. That paperwork I had was missing. They just gave me this other paperwork. I'm not gonna say the exact paperwork, but it was not the I-9 or the W-4. So that should have been a red flag too, but not to pass me. And then after all that, I was on board. And before February 6th, I was being contacted through email, which seems normal. And then on February 6th, I started being contacted through text. So that's a little iffy. And he was also saying, hey, this is going to be our main form of communication, when it should have been through email. I'm not sure how remote jobs work still at this point, but I think email, that seems like the primary method of communication. Or maybe a team meeting thing, kind of I think it's called Google Groups or something. I don't know the name. That'll probably be one of the tips I'll get into, but anyway, my supposed first day starts on February 6th. And he tells me that my information is going to be sent to the financial department, and I'll be getting a check. The check was not mailed to me, it was emailed to me, which doesn't sound good. This person literally gave me a check to pay for my own equipment, when if this was a real job and I was getting equipment, he should have been paying for it, not me paying for my own equipment. That doesn't make sense. What the heck? That don't make sense. Make it make sense. And then I had to mobile deposit it, to my own checking account, and I did it. And I also told him my bank's name. I'm not gonna tell y'all my bank's name. Okay, that ain't gonna happen. But I told him my bank name, and then, well, I mobile deposited it, and it seemed fine for a day. Then the fun begins. And before anything too crazy happened, as I was waiting for everything to process, the night of February 6th, he wanted me to make make a video about my favorite genre of biography and like why it's that. I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, but yeah, I did a video. I don't know if I should show it because it was associated with a job scam, but why not? Here's a clip of that. There's many different types of videography that I enjoy to watch, such as short form videos and cinematic videos. However, my favorite type of videography is storytelling. The reason why I like storytelling videography because it allows you to get close and personal with the video maker. The video maker could have a story that people can relate to, and storytelling videography allows the filmmaker to share their story. Also, with storytelling videography, you could create skits, music videos, and so much more. Someone with a theater background, I like having a videography type that allows me to share my acting on YouTube with the skits I do. I also have my own stories to tell, which is why storytelling is my favorite type of filmography. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that video went to a job scammer. Like, what the heck? Again, at the time I did not know, but now I do, so yeah. And then we finally get to February 7th. He was telling me about meetings he had and talking about my meeting, which never happened. Like, that did not happen. And then it was taking a while for the check to, I guess, work. But that's probably because the bank was suspicious about it. So then he's like, oh, send some money to this person on Zelle, and then if that doesn't work, send this money to someone on PayPal. And I tried both and did not work. And I mentioned before in the last job scam video that the email just seemed off. I'm not gonna show the exact email, but this is basically what it looked like. Yeah, a bunch of typing like going on, so like on the keyboard, and then at gmail.com, so gmail.com. I don't know why that was like not a red flag at the time, but I did not put money on Zelle, so it didn't go through, so that's good. And then same thing happened with PayPal, and same kind of email. Like this one was a little normal, like a little bit more normal, but it was still gmail.com, like the last one. And also the name was a little weird too. I'm still not gonna show that, but it was a long name, and I feel like these scammers were not from the United States. They're probably from Africa. I don't know exactly. But based on videos I've seen about job scams, I feel like they were like from that area. And then eventually I caught on to the fact that it was a job scam. My bank called me with voicemail that was something like this.
Hello, this is the Fraud Detection Department of Random Bank calling Megan Carter. Turns out she submitted a fraudulent check like an idiot and now we see suspicious activity on her card. Megan Carter, you screwed up and now you have to get a new card. Anyway, have a nice day.
And then after I got that voicemail, I proceeded to contact the bank, being like, what the heck is going on? And they're like, this is going on. You're stupid. They didn't say that, but yeah. I'm telling him, what the heck? There's an issue with this check. And he's like, an issue? There's no way there's a fraudulent check.
It's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
And then he tried sending me a physical check, but I've given up on him at this point. Like, I was onto it, and he was trying to fake assure me, hey, this is legit. We're gonna, like, sell this. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I appreciate the job offer, but screw you. I'm done with you, but I'm still gonna be nice enough to give you 2 weeks, which I still should have done. And guess what? I did not end up working with him for 2 more weeks because, well, it was fake. It was not a real job, so I just ended up chilling for a good 2 weeks, thinking about what I have done. And the very last text I got for him was, hey, use your own equipment to work for us, which is a scam. And then 2 weeks after 7th on February 22nd, I actually posted, I got a job scan video. And then that brings us to me talking about the things I have learned. Now, a few of these I've already talked about in the job scam video, but I do want to like reiterate them because, well, it's been a year and I think it would be a good idea to like talk about these tips again. first tip I have is only accept interview offers from jobs you actually applied for. Like, for example, right after the job scam, I applied to Camp Chanko, and I got the job offer for that. Well, first it was the interview process, then I got the job offer. But that was something I applied for, and I actually got a job offer, and I guess like interview email too. Like that was legit, and I had a lot of fun there. But we're not talking about Chanko in this video. But yeah, that was legit. Like, I got the legit stuff and whatnot from Chanko and the camera jobs I'm working now when I applied for that. And if you do get like a job offer, like to a job you did not apply for, like LinkedIn saying, hey, this job wants you when you did not apply, don't accept it. Do not accept the job. Like, I've been getting a few of those. Like, LinkedIn has been like, hey, you see this job right here? You may not have applied to it, but they want you, so check it out. And you could accept it, like, or something like that. I don't mess with that. Like, it has to be a job that I applied for, reaching out. So if I did not apply to the job, I'm not accepting the offer because I don't want to fall for another job scam like this one. And LinkedIn, that's where it happened. And that leads me into tip 2. If you're applying for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed or even ZipRecruiter or something like that, go to the company website. Like, just use LinkedIn, Indeed, or ZipRecruiter to like see what the job is and then see if it has like a company website. If it does not, I guess do more research about it. Just don't apply to it right away. Just do more research about it to see if it's legit. Even if it has applied to a company website, I would like do more research on it just so you don't fall for a job scam like I did. After the job scam, I prefer to find jobs not on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn and Indeed are still good to like figure out what kind of jobs are out there. But if you can help it, actually go to the company website. Like, think of a company that you want to look for, type up that company, and then apply for that website rather than going through LinkedIn. That's one way you can like help yourself to not get job scam. Like Chanko, I actually went to the company website to apply to that job. I did not go to LinkedIn or Indeed. You can probably see Chanko on LinkedIn and Indeed, but I went straight to the source. I did not go through LinkedIn or Indeed to like find that job at Chanko. So if you're already on LinkedIn looking for a job, find a job that says company website, and even better, go to the source. So let's say you want to work at Chanko, go to Chanko and then like apply for the website that way. Now the next step in a job process is usually interviews. In my opinion, there's only 3 valid ways to have a job interview. Actually, 2 of them are valid. One of them, it could be valid, but I'll get into that in a minute. 3 valid ways to like have an interview, in my opinion, are person, through Zoom, or phone call. I feel like those ways are valid because you see the person and you actually hear the person's voice. Phone call is different. You only hear the person, so it could be faked. Back in 2021, I did have a phone call interview for a job I had at Old Dominion. It did turn out to be legit, but after what happened to me in 2023, to me that is like 50-50 now, whether it could be a scam or not. But with Zoom and in-person interviews, they're most likely legit. I have heard stories of people like going out for interviews. If you listen to tip 1 and 2, it's most likely going to be a legit in-person or Zoom interview. Like just recently for Chanko, I had the Zoom interview with my boss there, and then for the job I'm currently working, I had an in-person interview, so those were both legit. Those are examples of like legit interviews. But getting like a survey sheet, that's not legit. That is not a legit way to have an interview with someone. Yes, interviews are a way to like get to know someone, but you can do that in person or on Zoom. It doesn't make sense to do it for paper. Like, I should have known that, but now I do. And if a job wants to interview me through a paper again, I'm not accepting it. Like, it has to be in person or on Zoom. Phone call, maybe, but Zoom or in person or an interview routes I want to take, just so I don't get job scam again. And that should be how it is for y'all, so y'all don't get job scam. Do not accept emailed checks from a company. Those checks are most likely fraudulent and it will screw you up. Like, the fraudulent check I received was over $1,000. I still don't want to say the exact amount, but it was like way over $1,000, and that could have like screwed me up if my bank didn't have my back. I still unfortunately had to get a new bank card, but after that I was all good. But I heard stories where that was not the case for other people, but please avoid checks like that. Or even checks mailed to you, because that could be be fraudulent. Like if you're in the onboarding stage and the company's trying to send you checks of any kind, no, don't take it. If you have like a remote job that sends equipment to you, most likely they're paying for the equipment. I don't have like a remote job. I never had a remote job in my life, and I'm pretty sure they won't send you a check to like get equipment. So don't accept email checks or a check that's mailed to you because it could be fake and your bank's not gonna like it. Watch out for the word kindly. The reason why I say that is because scammers like to use the word kindly. Like, right after I got a job scam, I wanted to find out more research about job scams, and I stumbled across this person called Pleasant Green. He's like a scam baiter, so he tries to find scammers and like tricks them, and he's done a few videos where he says that scammers likes to say kindly a lot, and the scammer I had, yep, he said kindly a lot. I'm probably showing like a screenshot right here of like text I got from this person. I don't want to show the person's number, but I do have a screenshot right here of the text. So far, as you can see, there's not any kindlies yet, but if I scroll down, I found the first kindly. Kindly make deposit as soon as possible and send a receipt of confirmation once you're done. Kindly keep me posted. Alright, kindly make a brief report of your favorite genre of videography and why, and attach a snippet video not more than 3 minutes to that effect. Okay, kindly keep me posted. Kindly make the $500 payment as soon as possible. Kindly keep me posted. Kindly send receipt of payment. Kindly see to it as soon as possible. Kindly see to it as soon as possible. Kindly see to it as soon as possible. Yes, kindly have that sent to my mail. I think it's like at least 7 kindlies in like 2 days from this person. Like, what the heck? I'm not gonna read all the text messages I got with this person, but like, yeah. There was a lot of kindlies, and there was like one of them where it was like the same text like 3 times. Like, what the heck? Yeah, if you get to that stage of being job scammed or scammed in general, yeah, if they're saying kindly like crazy, they're most likely a scammer. Now, if you know someone who just likes to say kindly a lot, I mean, that's fine, but let's say you don't know the person and they're saying kindly a lot. They're probably a scammer. There's probably a lot more tips I could probably give out, but I'm just gonna leave it at that because this video is probably gonna be long as is with the recap and everything. But yeah, to end of the video, the tips I had were, the first tip is only accept job offers from jobs you applied for. When applying for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed, look for apply on company website, or go to the actual company website and don't go to LinkedIn or Indeed. Once you get to the interview process, make sure you're gonna have an in-person interview and a Zoom interview. You could probably have a phone interview, but just go with in-person or Zoom. If the person you're talking to is saying kindly a lot, it's most likely a scammer. And a bonus tip, once you're in the onboard process, you're gonna get a lot of paperwork, and at this point, you want to make sure that you're getting the I-9 and a W-4. So, if you don't get that, most likely a job scam. A freelance job, like Fiverr, I think you get like a W-9 instead, but if you don't get an I-9 or W-4 or W-9, it's most likely a job scam. So, those are the tips I have for this video. Now, speaking of Fiverr, I do plan on making a Fiverr video next week. It's not about a Fiverr gig. It's gonna be kind of like this video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. I've been smarter about finding jobs since this job scam, and I found pretty good jobs like Tanko and the one I have now. So I'm glad I smartened up about job scams and whatnot. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Don't fall for a job scam. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to keep on signing. Bye.